Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Yes, everything for free. Everything for free. Now, before I introduce the video, which is quite extraordinary, it was taken in Alexandra, and yeah, you'll see for yourself. But first of all, I want to introduce you to the two assistants I have in the EFF. We have the so-called Commander-in-Chief, Julius Malema, who is also known as Chicken Man. And I'll explain to you why. I think I've covered this in the past, but I just want to give you a reminder about it. Here comes Chicken Man.
Now, another exciting episode in the life of the most fantastic crime fighter the world has ever known.
Okay, Chicken Man was actually an old radio program that ran in South Africa back in the 1970s. And you can still actually find little skits. It's quite funny, but it just shows the total incompetence of this so-called hero. He's just a complete disaster. And let's think about one Floyd Shivambu, also known as Obelix. So if I talk about Obelix in my videos, I'm talking about Floyd Shivambu. Now, you'll see the similarity between Floyd and Obelix in the image, which I'm going to attach now. Okay, now let's go. Oh, this thing's starting to itch. My quality Chinese-made EFF hat. That's better. I can breathe again. I'll have to go and detox because I've got fleas in my hair now. Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the story. It's very, very interesting what this EFF woman says. She suggests that the police are thugs, the ANC are no better, and she also talks about how the ANC have stolen seats from the EFF and all this sort of stuff. But, you know, her comments are totally off the board. They're quite incredible. This from the political party that is stirring up racial hatred in South Africa through their Chicken Man, Julius Malema. And his public utterances are well known to this channel and the subscribers in this channel. Anyway, look, here comes the video. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and ring the bell to get the updates, and have a great evening.
To return you now to our top story, because two houses have been petrol bombed in Marlborough following demolitions by the Red Ants in Alexandra earlier. Police have opened a case of arson, we're told, and public violence. For the very latest, we can go live to Alexandra now and speak to ENCA reporter Slindelo Masikane. Slindelo, what's going on there now?
Well, the latest, Temigile, is that we have a third house that was petrol bombed a few moments ago, in fact. And earlier on, we also had a confrontation between the police as well as the EFF leadership that has come out here to exactly see what transpired this morning with regards to those demolitions. And in fact, Temigile, we also have a statement that's been released about 10 minutes ago from the Office of Human Settlements. MEC Maila saying that he is aware of the demolitions that took place, saying that the city of Johannesburg has court orders in order to begin these demolitions, also saying that 80 illegally built shacks have been demolished, and he's also saying he's appealing to the city of Johannesburg to provide alternative accommodation. But I am going to bring in my guest, the EFF's Mandisa Mashego. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. You've been to the area and we saw a very heated confrontation between you and the police. What was that about?
They were shooting at us, but I want to address this thing of this thug, Lebogang Maile. He's a thug and he's a liar. After looting the money of the Alexandra Renewal Project here since 1998 with his thug boss Paul Mashatile and his brother Mike Maile, he's lying. There's no court order here. There's never been a court order. The provincial secretary was here before I arrived. The community was here the whole time. They came here, they started demolishing houses. There's no city of Johannesburg that has a court order. There's no such a thing. We engaged the JMPD. The provincial secretary engaged the JMPD. We spoke to Chief Tembe. He didn't even know what was happening. He was called here sneakily by the SAPS because the SAPS are nothing but a bunch of hired thugs. They are worse than the apartheid police because I've never seen people like this who are so heartless like the SAPS. When I came here, we addressed the community. We convened a community meeting down here, just beyond these boulders here. We addressed the community peacefully to come and attend to what is going on, what is not going on, who's doing what, who's not doing what, and what is going to be the way forward. As the party leader and the chairperson and the secretary was here because I asked him to come here earlier, I could not come here early. As soon as we started addressing the community meeting, the police started shooting here. This is what they shot us with. That's Dubula. Sibamba meeting. Let me tell you, we are not going to negotiate our rights with the African national criminals. It's not going to happen. We are not going to negotiate our rights. If they want to shove their constitution, they can shove it. If they want to emotionally blackmail us and politically blackmail us in constitution, they can shove it. We are African citizens. We don't need a constitution to justify our existence here. And the people of Sitwetla, the people of Extension 5, the people of Ward 109 and Ward 105 here, who have been brutalized, the women who were kicked out of their houses, what do they think of this ANC that they voted into power here through one-seat majority here in Gauteng, which we all know they didn't actually get? This is why they are starting to mete out violence, because they have insecurity of a thief. Thieves are always insecure. Victory and so what do? They come and attack the vulnerable people of Sitwetla, as they normally do. You must remember, I'll take you back to history. The first evictions in a democratic South Africa were done by Paul Mashatile. Here in Alex, he took people, threw them in the backs of trucks and went to throw them in Cosmo City. Mabafika Cosmo City, we've got those constituencies. Mabafika Cosmo City, not Cosmo City, but behind Four Ways. Deep Sluat, not Cosmo, Deep Sluat. Deep Sluat, those people had to start their lives afresh because of Paul Mashatile. The same child of Paul Mashatile, who breastfeeds from Paul Mashatile, Lebogang Maile, is now doing what Paul, his father, did after Bateta Ugluta Ama billions. We are not going to tolerate it.
Okay, Mandy, so can I just bring in and quote this statement from MEC Maile? He says, these illegal occupations of building and building of shacks are a manifestation of populist sloganeering by certain parties or political figures to play with the desperation and cries of our people. You guys have constantly called for the occupation of land that is vacant. If somebody is looking for land and they want to build, you guys have advocated for that. So would you not say that that has led to what we're seeing here today?
Wow. Let me tell you something. The South African police who came here and threatened us at gunpoint and told me that they were going to kill me are the ones who burned houses here. Because they wanted the community to fight. Yeah? Because they specialize in divide and rule tactics. They came here bashisa izindlu. La. Bashisa izindlu zabantu, lezi zindlu lezi ezingala zishiswe amaphoyisa. Baqeda lapho batshela labantu laba ukuthi abantu abahluphekile laba abazakhela imizi ngale yibona abashise izindlu. Let's get that one thing clear. I don't have anything to say to Lebogang Maile. He's useless. He's corrupt. He's extremely corrupt. He was MEC for agriculture. Show me one black successful farmer that he has developed while he was MEC for agriculture. Unemployment has grown here. He was responsible for economic development. I'm not going to comment on that thing. He's useless. He's the most useless person. He's from Alexandra. But this is what he is doing to Abantu Base Alexandra. Let's come to that other useless killer, Bariki Cyril Ramaphosa, who killed our people in Marikana. And today, the same people voted him in. That's fine. That's their right. But let's talk about him. Alex Azo grandstander la. Azange Atiena, he's going to build houses for people of Alexandra. So this is the building houses that they are talking about. demolishing people's houses and then lying in the name of Herman Mashaba.
But if the city of Johannesburg has court orders and is the one that is approving these evictions, this is an administration that you put in place.
There's no such a court order. I'm telling you, Mos, I'm going to repeat. I told you, the provincial secretary was here before I came. I asked him to come here because we couldn't get the Johannesburg leadership because they were out of town. I said he must come here. He came here. The first thing I told him to do, I said to him, look for an eviction order from a legitimate eviction order, because we know that throughout Soweto and other townships here, right now we are dealing with evictions in Katlehong. There's other evictions here in Edenvale. There's evictions in Tembisa. Winter has started, the ANC has started. Every time Banda, they think about poor black people that they can abuse. So there's no such a thing. Auna court order mo. Lama Poisa Lawa, when I asked to engage the most senior one of them, they pointed a gun at me. You know why? They were trying to intimidate us. And I said to them, I want a court order. If there's no court order, and then let me tell you, even that court order, we were going to scrutinize it because siyazi ukuthi abantu abamnyama hlezi bakhishwa ezindlini ngama court order are fake.
Now, we've got homeless people here. What are you as the EFF going to do? Are you going to assist?
Lebogang Mayele must come and sort it out. He's the MEC of Human Settlements. What must EFF do? I'm not the MEC of Human Settlements. I'm not a premier. I don't have anything in government. I'm in opposition. Where am I going to get money to come and put up tents? We have to. We're going to appeal to all these rich people of Sandton here who exist on the lap of luxury at our expense for time immemorial. They must bring tents and food here tonight. Because akulalwa la namuhla. Lezi nja lezi zamaphoyisa kufanele zihambe la.
Do you encourage the community to rebuild?
We're going to show them a proper shutdown. We're going to show them. I get it, before elections they were lying to people about shut down. They were mobilizing for Ramaphosa so that he can come and lie. But of course, we know Ramaphosa, every time he goes to a place, when he leaves, people die in that place. So they've planned to come here and kill people. In fact, they want black-on-black violence because bashisa izindlu zabantu amaphoyisa la.
Should the community rebuild?
We're not going anywhere. Let me tell you something. We are the informal settlement by Jovicho, Lape Orange Farm. What happened last year, December, when they went to shoot people there? Who was there? You didn't come there when we were there. Do you know what we told the people of Jovicho? I was there. We told them. We addressed all of them. They brought that fake activist organization, Bariki Sanko. Fake. It's just there to lie to our people all the time. But they side with ANC because Babatladi Sitiko Parlamente, Babatladi Tulo all the time. They brought Sanko there. We addressed the community. I addressed the community. I said, you are not going anywhere. They killed 10 people there, if you remember. Then they issued a statement and denied and said, no, Babulela Bantabai 3. Why would you be proud as a government, a black government, of killing even one person?
Thank you so much, Melissa. That's all we have time for. Thank you. All right, that is the latest from Alexandra, as you've heard from the EFF, saying that what happened here today is really uncalled for, and saying that there is no court order, and the claims being made by MEC Maile in his statement are all false.
Sindula Masikane live for us in Alexandra this afternoon. Thank you. Much more news on the way for you in a moment. Stay with ENCA now.